All right, so y'all see that there? Jelly Arts, jelly printing plate, registered trademark, y'all. And that checks, register, balance, book thing, thing that most people use when they're keeping a checkbook. I know a lot of people don't write no checks anymore. Any hooties. This is, bless my heart, y'all, APG Jamie here. And today we're doing hashtag 4th Art Saturday with the theme of recycle. Guess what I'm recycling? That check, register, balance, book thingy. See, I don't take care of finances around here. Somebody else has that job. Thank goodness, my financial manager husband. Oh, he's not a financial manager. Anyway, he's stuck with that job, and it sure makes me happy. He doesn't use one of those, which I find somewhat scary, but he does, his way. I don't concern myself with it. I'm just this pretty arm candy. Any hoots, we are mono printing. I know I'm not necessarily showing you the prints that are coming up off of there, but they do not really get altered much, so you will see them towards the end and as we're working on it a little bit. When I started this project, I didn't know what I was going to end up with, and I just kept going, well, we know we want to mono print the papers. Okay, that we know. Without a doubt, we want to do that. So we're just sticking with that for now. Okay? And no, this video is not extraordinary long. I don't think it's even 20 minutes, y'all. So that's pretty good for me these days. Hour-long video. Could you believe that stuff? Any hoots. Could have broke that up, made that into 4 segments or something, probably. So we're just going along. What brand of paints? Miss Mosh brand of craft paint, y'all. And we're using the brayer. We're using that there brush. It's just a textury type brush. Does it make much difference? Not so much, but that's what I started using, so that's what I stayed with. Because, sometimes you just don't want to get up and go get something else. Okay? So we're doing that, and we are going to do both sides. Do I show you the whole thing? I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, speaking of links in the description box, this is a 4th Art Saturday video hop. And the links are in the description box below. If you should happen to not be able to get to the links in the description box below, let's just say you're watching on the big screen TV. Hurt my hands. Cool. Live action. Anyway, you can search for the hashtag 4th Art Saturday, and the videos should come up. Now, all the ones that, have the hashtag. So that means you could get older videos plus this month's newer videos. Okay, so just be aware of that. But they're there. They'll be there. Okay, and I don't know how many people was able to play this month, but they'll be there. And thanks, Mary. Mary, the LTA, arranges all of this for us, and she's pretty good at it. So we're just going to see. You can see the one side now. Some of them's more pretty than others, but that's okay. We're just, think utilitarian pretty. Okay? Not fancy. I don't think we inked anything, did we? I don't know. I don't remember, y'all. It's been a few days since I actually filmed the videos. Just one video, y'all. So, well, it had a couple of parts because, you'd do it and then you'd film and then you'd have to go down the hall, or you'd need lunch, or, just whatever. It really didn't take that long. I'm making it seem more complicated than it really was. It's not complicated at all. Now, y'all know I like my mono printing plate. Just saying. But like I said, we're not getting fancy. Okay. And this had been cleaned up. I had cleaned my plate up pretty good and had it all conditioned and stuff and all that good junk. So that's just some scrap backdrop. It used to be behind my stuff, on my tabletop, my desktop there. And then I changed it because it got a hole in it, or I don't know. It was whatever. Excuse me. It was whatever it was, y'all. So now it's just over there. And we're using that for our brayer off paper. I know they are not necessarily much to look at, but just wait. They will be fancier. They will not be fancy, but they will be fancier. Okay? So we're just going along. And everything was pretty much okay till I threw that green in there. Because, you got these certain kind of colors going on, and then you just throw this other one in the mix. And, the green's okay. Maybe it was the purple that was... Anyway, excuse me, y'all. Got the throat stuff going on. Any hootles. That's just a piece of deli paper, plain deli paper, that I'm using to help not get my hands quite so painty. They end up painty, but they're just not quite so painty. There is links in the description box below, as previously mentioned. There's also a list of ingredients, not necessarily the exact paint colors and brands, because, it's just like, whatever you got, people, use what you got. Makes me happy to monoprinto. And we're just going along, and these little booklets do have really pretty thin paper, so monoprinting on them like this helps a little bit, make them more thicker paper, sort of. And at this time, I still don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing with this thing. It's gonna be a journal. Could be a journal. I don't know. Could be individual pages. We might not even put it back together. So now we got them all done, and then I'm like, what am I gonna do? So I'm like, okay, well, we're just gonna stencil on the front, and I thought, well, is it going to be landscape, or is it going to be horizontal or portrait style? Landscape is long sideways and portrait is long upways. Something like that. So we're just, using a makeup wedge, because that's what I have and that's what I use. And those can be recycled too. Okay? You just wash them off. And then that dries. And then I come back and I'm like, well, I'm going to use this straight edge to make a straight edge on there. And I thought, well, that's just too cumbersome for me. Now, mind you, I am not a doodler. I never really have been a doodler. Not to say that I've never done it. But I'm not, I don't do it so much. So I am not that good of a doodler. Some people are really good at it, but they do it a lot. And the more you do stuff, the more better you're going to be. So practice. That's the whole key. That's the whole thing about practice. So your first one didn't come out worth the carp. Just keep doing it. Because when you keep that first one and then you compare your 10th one back to it, you can be like, I see where I improved. So anywho, we're just playing along, because it's like, it's all okay. Alright? Everything gonna be alright. So we just do this. It seemed like forever. Even when I was doing it, I'm like, I don't know what mark do I need to make. I don't know what mark to make. But I stuck with black and white poscas. And I also have a molotow chrome pen that I want to use. I'm like, it was with my fancy pens there. Those are fancy pens to me. I thought, let's use this chrome, because chrome, which you'll see, we'll get there eventually, one of these days. And I'm like, well, that's some of the best doodling I ever did. Doodling. So, yeah. And I'm like, well, we're going to make it a calendar. So I put the year on there. As if it even makes a difference. Now, mind you, when I hang this up, you can't even see that part. And it's upside down if you do look at it. So, sometimes I'm not that good of a thinker-outer. And now that I put the white dots on there, you can't see it at all. Hickin', y'all. I put some heat on it. Dry it up. Now, this is my golden matte medium. I have not refilled my bottle, but I found this on my desk from the last time I refilled my bottle. So we're going to use that. We're going to put matte medium on there. And here's the reasoning for that. I want to use the chrome pen. The chrome pen, do not use it on porous paper. It needs to be on a sealed, non-porous surface to come out chrome. Otherwise, it just comes out like regular silver. Okay? So I want it around the edge, so I'm just going around each page on both sides. No, I don't make you watch all of that. With the matte medium, so I can seal that up, and then it dried. I probably used a heat gun on it, but y'all didn't need to see that because it's the same thing over and over and over again. So now we're going around it with the chrome. We're just making lines, y'all. And see? I know you can't necessarily see it that well as I'm doing it, but it's there. Oh, y'all, that chrome pen. They're expensive. I'm just saying, they are expensive. Don't get one unless it's on sale or you have a coupon. I know it's real hard to get coupons anymore, but, sometimes it happens. Be aware of that. So we did that on all fronts and all backs. And then I thought, well, let's just put that word art on there. Well, I know it doesn't fit, but we're going to make it fit. So I started with the middle letter in mostly what I thought was the middle of it, the page thing, cover thing. So we're just outlining that in the black molotow, posca, black posca, and molotow are not the same thing. So we got that, and we have to finish out our little letters because they're like, oh, they're just half not even there. Well, less than half, but you know what I'm saying. So we did that, and I'm like, well, we need chrome on there. And I'm like, no, put the white on it. And I'm like, well, that's a mistake. You should have put chrome on there. So we'll get to the chrome again. Just wait for it. Are you waiting for it? I think maybe you ought to, or not. I hope you're enjoying these fourth Saturday hops. I know I, for one, enjoy being part of them. Here's chrome. You want to make sure that other paint's dry, just saying. It was, I think. Probably. Anywho. So now we're just going around the inner side of the letters. Watch. And I'm like, well, am I going to staple it? How am I going to do it? I don't know how I'm going to do it. And I thought, well, if we're making a calendar, we need some little calendars. So I went and printed off, excuse me, y'all, a calendar for, 2022. And then I had extra pages. So I printed a couple months for 2023. Because, I'm starting in March. This calendar starts in March because here's the deal. While I was working on this, I thought, well, what's my next project? Because I kind of think ahead. I film ahead if I can, y'all. And in that way, when you get the plague, you've got some videos already done. You don't have to, be all freaking out trying to get them done because you're sicker than a dog. But anyway. My calendar that's hanging up over there is from 2021, which is already over and done. It's gone. It's in the rear view mirror, y'all. I thought, well, that's what we're going to make. So that's when I decided I was going to make a calendar. So we went and we printed those off and we clipped them out. And we're trying to stick everything on there. Each page gets a month because it's got lots of room for writing. And I'm going to put a hanger up there. And it was after I finished this, I took pictures and all that stuff, went in the house, edited up the video, and then I thought, well, you know, that's actually kind of plain. That's a little too plain. I thought, bugs, I got my birthday bugs. Let's put some birthday bugs on it. So I went back out to the studio, and I didn't film that part, y'all. It's just, you know, I didn't. So I sprinkled magicals on a piece of cardstock, stamped my bugs on there. Then I come back and put them on there, which you'll see in the photo montage, but you have to wait for it. Please, please, please follow the links in the description box below the video. Click on the phrase "Show More" to see more information. Right? And once you get back to me, ta-da! Photo montage! Once you get back to me, you know you've done the whole hop. Alright? Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to those channels you're not already subscribed to. Okay? Now, it's hard taking pictures of this because, you know, it's kind of long. Alright? Tall. However you want to look at it. We got it. And yes, I did have 2 months in the wrong place, but it was fixed when I added the bugs. The birthday bugs, y'all. I just love it. Look at them. They're so funny. Anyway, so yeah. We all appreciate each and every one of you. Kind comments, your likes, your shares. Please share the hop. And your subscriptions. Okay? Thanks for watching, and happy arting, y'all.